Hello, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to use bridging units to get units across a river. So first of all, we're going to tell you how to identify these. So typically there's dedicated bridging units. So you can see here I've got an M945 bridge transporter. If I double click on this, you can see here not only is it amphibious, it's got this bridging icon. So this says it can be used for bridging. Now, they're dedicated bridge transporters, so if I go to the production tab, you can see there's the Wolverine bridging, which has the bridging tab, the M60A VLB. But lots of engineer units can do this. So we scroll down and find the unit. So we've got the M728 Combat Engineer Vehicle. And you can see here, it has the bridging stat as well. And the generic engineer, so engineer mode right here, also has this. So what this lets you do is if you've got a lot of non-amphibious units, so basically they can't drive across rivers, but you don't have bridges, which isn't really so much of a problem in the modern scenario. You can see here along this river, there's lots of bridges, same here. You can use it to basically get across without needing amphibious units. So what you want to do to get the bridging unit going, select the unit, go to unit orders, select bridging, which as you can see, create a river crossing point for non-amphibious units. Select the bit of river that you want. So in this case, we've got a narrow river here. It also works on wide rivers, but it will not put the unit in the wide river, but you can still cross across. But for narrow rivers, it will do it. So we'll just put a bridge here. So now it's here. Order this light infantry. And then it'll go around in this case, because the bridge actually isn't in place yet. So you can see it'll go around. And it still will because it thinks it's short. So, but if I was to put this here and go across, and you can see the unit goes across. Goes across not at full speed, but at a reduced speed, but it still gets across. This can obviously be very, very useful if you want to move tanks or artillery pieces or supply trucks that typically don't tend to have amphibious stats. If you want to move them across rivers, especially in an area where you've bombed all the bridges, or if you're playing in an older scenario, you might not have as much infrastructure in the 1936 start or in the 1914 starts. So bridging units become a lot more useful. Yeah, use them. This is how you use them, and when you're simply done, just order them out. Now, the one thing to bear in mind is engineering units are relatively tough, so they'll be able to survive in the river. But obviously they tie up more men. But bridges are very cheap, relatively speaking, and they're very cheap on manpower. So you can see that it only uses 70 personnel here. But they are very weak and very easy to destroy. So you just got to bear that in mind. You've got to protect the bridges, make sure they don't get taken out because they're very easy to take out. So I hope that helped you out. Got any more suggestions for tutorials? Leave a like, leave a comment. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.